Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Wasted Opinions. We are talking about our favorite superhero video games. So, you know, everything we played since we were kids to nowadays, the things that stood out for us. So, some of them might not necessarily be like, you know, 10 out of 10 on IGN. Like anything. Although I'm sure that we're going to have a few of those. Anyways, to get things started, we'll introduce ourselves. On my left.
Up and away! Country boy.
On my right.
Down, 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 and below. MussKeg.
If I haven't already mentioned it, I'm don't go anywhere in the middle. LewisLightning.
Steam that where I am.
I get on the elevator.
I love riding the fence.
I like limbo.
Big fan of Purgatory.
Yeah.
So.
So we're gonna start off with a bit of shots. I didn't see what we
This
poured.
is the
Spice
orange
vanilla. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes.
Not too shabby.
Weird.
Not too shabby.
That was spice vanilla rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Captain Morgan's
Like, I get-
orange vanilla.
Yeah, orange
The
vanilla.
rum I can taste, and I'm not a huge fan of rum, but this is all right.
That would go with a Coke or something, I think.
But I don't like orange vanilla. That was my.
Oh, well then you're...
Got a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, as I said,
Where we start?
we are going to be doing superhero video games. You know what? Oh, did you point that way?
I went like this.
And then you went. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna start with MussKeg.
Okay, so here's the deal. Let's open up the curtain a little bit here. We're probably gonna have a lot of movies that we all like.
Games
That we all
But
like.
there's still movies we like.
But, and so with that in mind, I'm going to try and pick ones that I know John hasn't picked on his list.
Don't say that.
But for the first one, I'm going to go with just a bit more recent, SpiderMan on PlayStation 4. I thought visually...
Who even likes that?
I think that's probably on all our lists.
Yeah, so it's a good one for us. But let's talk about it. I mean... visually fantastic, stunning.
Yeah.
Like
The photo mode you can do, you can zoom in, you can see the detail in it.
There were times where I was wondering, am I touring New York? Like, is it that realistic?
Yeah.
My favorite part about that game was actually the different suits. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, there's how many different suits?
Yeah, I like
over 20
We did a
suits.
review on this game
Yeah,
itself.
yeah,
so
go
we
back
don't
to
wanna
our
talk
review
too much
2 years
about
ago.
it.
I guess.
So we won't talk too much about it, but that was probably my favorite part about the game was the customizability of the suits.
What I liked, I mean, and I'll mention this game a little bit later too, but it kind of took like the Batman Arkham idea and it brought it into the Spider-Man way of doing things, and I thought they did that fantastically. It was
could have been a little bit longer. I would have. I
was happy.
I know, and
the DLC was just right too.
I guess what it is sometimes when you're playing a game, it feels like it can be long. Sometimes it can feel. I was really enjoying that game so much, and I didn't do the DLC, so yeah.
I would have split up, I guess, a couple of those boss fights to make it longer.
Yeah, like
that would be cool.
Rhino,
Yeah.
and
They didn't mean to have
Scorpion.
some of the
didn't
boss
need to go the
fights,
same together.
Because then it
could
made
have
it
been
simpler.
It also took away from the boss a little bit because you didn't have to spend as much time with him. So
But yeah, like we said,
great
our
game,
review.
fantastic, awesome. We don't want to spend too much.
Fantastic.
More time.
So I'll let you go.
Oh, cool. Probably my favorite superhero video game is the Batman Arkham City.
More so than Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's just above it. Yeah,
Rocksteady.
and they nailed it. I loved Arkham Asylum, and then when they decided they were going to open it up, I felt a lot more like I was Batman. I felt like I was able to glide over the city. I was able to swoop down, take bad guys out, get back out of there if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It just felt like I was more Batman.
You got to give a lot of the credit to what Spider-Man became based off of what Batman
Absolutely.
was. Because they looked at it and they said, oh, okay, this fighting style works great.
And that's the one thing
Let's just
that
put
the
it
Arkham City, like the Arkham games did. Like
The
they
combat-
defined
the
a new
combat
way of
style.
combat. And a lot of games are copying that now. Like even, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now, and I'm still seeing like bits of that
Yeah.
in the Ghost of Tsushima.
It's in a lot of games follow.
A lot of
that.
games
The
are
Marvel,
far away.
we were playing the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, or not, the Marvel, the most recent Avengers one that was just the it was released. And there was a point where you had to hit a triangle and circle, and it made me think back to Batman, right? I'm like, isn't that how you blind them at this point?
Arkham, they definitely started a whole new kind of combat system, and a lot of games are borrowing that. And it's a good thing.
That was
'cause
my
it's fun.
favorite of the three. That was the one with the fight with Mr. Freeze, right?
Yeah.
Which I thought was so great.
Uh-huh.
That you couldn't do the same thing to the guy.
Yeah. There's like 5 different ways that you had to take him down.
Yeah. So.
I liked, I mean, me personally, I think I liked either Asylum or Night. It's probably my favorite of that series. I haven't really settled down on one yet.
Yeah.
But for Asylum, anyways, I really like that they put in Solomon Grundy. To me, it's like that was a pick outside of the Batman universe that you wouldn't have seen coming.
He was in City, wasn't he?
Did you say City?
Yeah, but you said Asylum.
Yeah, you said Asylum.
I'm sorry. What I meant is that what I really liked about Asylum or City. I just can't stop saying it.
Solomon Grundy.
But I can't. Yeah, Solomon Grundy being.
I mean, you got to give credit. Asylum was the groundbreaker.
Yeah.
It walked so that Arkham City could run.
City and Night, and Origins even.
And City, the thing, Night, a little bit too much time spent in the Batmobile, the whole chasing around, the stealth when you had to get things from behind, didn't like that. But one thing I also liked about City over Asylum was the villains in it more so.
What's great about all of the Batman games is the villains.
Villains, yeah.
He has one of the biggest collection of awesome villains in the DC universe.
Yeah. Like I like seeing like the outliers, like Anarchy and stuff like that came up in later games.
Similar to like Spider-Man, like he has probably the best gamut of bad guys. Yeah. Batman has that.
So I'll give that's a good one. Easily my favorite of the three. So
I'm gonna pick something a little bit off the beaten path. I'm going to pick something that maybe I've only really enjoyed or played. Justice League Heroes.
Oh.
It was on PS2, probably, what was it? The Xbox at the time. Was it the original Xbox?
Justice League Heroes?
Justice League Heroes.
I can't remember.
So it's like a top-down kind of game, but you can play as, obviously, the Justice League. Like Batman, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern.
Was it multiplayer?
Yeah, multiplayer.
So was it like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
A little bit like that,
okay.
yeah. And you would just go through, like, I can't remember the entire plot, but there was, what's his name? Darkseid, Brainiac, Queen Bee, Lex Luthor, they're all in there, right? But, top down, you get to, choose whoever you wanted, and they all played a little bit differently. That was the cool thing. So, like, as Martian Manhunter, you couldn't go through fire areas, and then as Batman, sometimes it'd be kryptonite lasers, so you couldn't go through, or not Batman, Superman couldn't go through that. So that was really cool, and especially you could unlock, and to me, unlocking shit in a game is one of the coolest things ever, especially when it's a totally different character.
Yeah.
So you could unlock like different versions of Green Lantern, or you could unlock fucking Huntress and start playing the game as someone who has a completely different move set. So I really like that. Like I played it with my brothers, I know, quite a bit, and it was fun as a team game. But yeah, I don't think you guys had any experience.
No.
I don't know if I ever asked you.
I never had a PlayStation 2, so.
I don't think I ever played that game. No, heard of it, but I don't know. Like when you said Justice League, I was thinking the Justice League, like the MMO game that came out, kind of like City of Heroes. I thought it was like whatever that one's called.
I looked it up on Metacritic, and I was like, how did this rate overall? And it was like critic review 67 or something. But audience score was like 83. I'm like,
I did play the demo of it. I liked the customization of creating a character, but whatever. We're not talking about that game anyways. That game was decent for what it was.
Yeah. So that was my pick. Justice League Heroes. Older school games you want to ever try it. But
speaking of older school, I was thinking about this, and a few of the ones that I really liked were back on 16-bit SNES. Yeah. With Maximum Carnage.
I knew you were going to say that one.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would.
I don't think I ever played it, but I know it's got a reputation.
I never owned it, always rented it, but there was so much fun. You could play as Knight and
I never played much of it.
Cloak and Dagger.
I played very little.
Yeah, you could play as Cloak and Dagger for a bit, I believe.
I did like
Venom and Spider-Man.
The side-scrolling of the.
I mean, it's
coolest characters.
Double Dragons. It's Double Dragons with Spider-Man.
Basically,
you got some really cool combos, and it was a fun two-player game because somebody. I can't remember exactly. I don't know if you could always be Spider-Man or Venom, or if you had to be two players, something like that. But it was really fun. Just a nice.
I remember it came out like in the height of like Venom and Carnage when they were coming out.
Yeah, it was right around the time when the TV show was going strong too later on, or starting to go. So
yeah.
I really liked it. It was a good game.
No, I do remember.
It's just a beat 'em up,
and it introduced me to Carnage.
Yeah,
it's just a beat 'em up. It's like side-scrolling, punch 'em up.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like the power usage in it was really cool. There was one where if you were between people, you'd shoot your webs out this way and pull them in, and they'd smash into each other, and
yeah, it was pretty sweet.
It's fun.
I'm gonna go with a game. It's not based on any actual like licensed characters, but it's probably one of my favorite PS4 games. One of the earlier PS4 games.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be
Infamous Second Son.
Oh yeah.
I think I love the first two Infamous games, but I think Second Son just kind of refined things a bit more. I felt like it was a little more fine-tuned, and it's
Troy
a great
Baker
game.
coming in to give
Troy Baker being Delson Rowe in that game. Yeah.
I was gonna pick the original Infamous. That was on my list.
Okay.
So
I do love the Infamous series.
Yeah.
Overall.
I
It's a
actually
great
didn't.
series.
I started to play, but because they were older, I didn't finish them. The first two Infamouses, I like went back to try and playing after playing the first one, but they were just older, and I just couldn't do it with the graphics.
What's good about Second Son is you don't need to play the other ones.
But what was your favorite ability? Mine was the Neon Girls.
Oh, that's the speed that right?
Yeah, and like the beams
fast.
and everything.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if it was my favorite, but it was one of them. It was really good.
Well, what were the ones? There was also the smoke guy.
Smoke what you had.
Smoke was the first one that you got.
There's
that rock
Neon,
one that you got?
Neon,
There's
and then
video.
there's the video guy.
The video. It was like you could fly with
hacker.
video, right?
Yeah. And then the rock one came last.
Rock was last. You were like
a-
overpowered with the rock one.
I'm trying to think. Wasn't there another one after that? Or
It
was
might have
No.
been 4.
I think it was just the 4. I think it was just the 4.
The powers. You got 4 different powers in this game and different variations of that power.
And you could do anything. Like that was the fun thing about that game.
Open
especially
world.
with the running, like cruising
Seattle
on rails.
world.
Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, the first Infamous was kind of open. Actually, all of them were somewhat open.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
Laura Bailey played Abigail in this. It's set in Seattle, and Laura Bailey plays Abby in Seattle in Last of Us 2.
Okay, but that's all we're gonna say about it. Okay?
Just saying. I just say it started with PS4. Laura Bailey played an Abby.
Laura Bailey and Troy
Seattle.
Baker are like
In
best.
Seattle.
Troy Baker and Laura Bailey's husband Travis Willingham are like best friends. So.
Okay.
Nobody's talking about Travis Willingham though. Anyway, Infamous Second Son. Actually, all the Infamous games, but yeah, that one specifically.
Okay, I'll pick another one that's a little bit off the beaten path here. I'll save something. Oh, fuck, man. You know what? No, I'll pick something off the beaten path again. I'm going to choose...
He does that because he figures we're going to take the ones on the beaten path, so he gets to talk
He
about
knows
them
we're going to
anyways.
pick the ones on the beaten path.
Yeah.
I'll pick something from an arcade game. Captain America and the Avengers. He knows it. It's like the school that he and I went to. It was kind of like weird that we had the school, but also like the village office, because it was a village, was part of it. And the village office offered like a bowling lane kind of area.
Yeah, they had an arcade room.
And an arcade.
Yeah.
And in the arcade, sometimes we go at like lunch period, and we'd go over to the arcade and fucking waste our quarters spending whatever games were there. Cadillacs and dinosaurs and other shit like that.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Not superhero.
Miss Pac-Man.
Great cartoon though.
But yeah, we would play Captain America and the Avengers, and I know you have it on your modded Xbox.
My modded Xbox, yeah.
That's where I actually beat it, because I didn't have enough quarters to beat it in the arcade.
Yeah.
But you could play as Captain America, Iron Man, Vision, Hawkeye.
Vision, that's what it was.
I don't know if anyone else is in there. Vision was like all fucking white, and no one wanted to be him.
Yeah. Because I was remembering, I was thinking of the characters. Like, who was that one guy? You said Vision. Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah.
Looking back now, I wouldn't have known that.
And as a kid, like, I knew some of the heroes like Captain America and stuff. I didn't have a concept of what the Avengers were then, especially Vision.
I'd have been on that Cadillacs and Dinosaurs game.
Oh, I played the hell out of it.
We played the hell out of that too.
Oh yeah, that was
Did
great.
you ever watch the cartoon?
No.
No.
I mean, Peasant Vision.
Yeah,
fair enough.
But yeah, that game was fucking fun. I mean, you could play as either of them. They had like their range, so Vision would shoot lasers, Hawkeye the arrows, Cap throws a shield, Iron Man.
They all had their range of some sort. Yeah, it was great.
And then it's just to beat them up, you know.
Yeah.
But it ate our quarters, and then once I got them the modded thing, we played through the whole fucking thing. It's fucking fun game with friends. Good memories.
Totally.
I'm gonna go with one that will be good because Lewis could talk about it. I only played it with his.
You can't talk about his own game.
Well, Lewis will be able to talk about it.
I think I know what he's gonna say now.
Well, okay, I'll move my mouth
4,
and you say
from
the
the movie,
words
right?
that come out of my mouth. Okay.
4 movie.
Okay, ready?
Ultimate Alliance 2?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you're moving. You did
You got to say Marvels.
Marvels,
technically,
okay, yeah. I mean, I think they would know.
I started with Marvel's Ultimate Alliance too, but
Okay.
Lewis owned it. We lived together for a bit, and I'm not usually into those top-down games like that, but the amount of variety in the characters that you could be was just fun, and it was actually, I think I just like the experience of playing it more so. It was just fun to sit with a friend and just bullshit and have some drinks while you went through the game.
I know I'm not a big fan of the games, but I did like that you had so many different characters you could choose from.
That was the greatest part.
And leveling them all up.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there was kind of a neat story, and beat 'em up is... the top-down isn't for me, but I did enjoy parts of it.
Yeah.
I had that on my list too, the second one.
My go-to in that game was Deadpool.
I was gonna say
love Deadpool.
Once you unlock Deadpool, that's fucking
Once you
amazing.
unlock Deadpool, I was like, this is great.
But always put Wolverine in your team.
Yeah,
that's what I always
say. You can throw Wolverine, can't you?
He has a healing factor, so you're always fucking healing up. So everyone else dies, you still have that one character.
Or the Hulk,
good too.
You could like throw Wolverine, couldn't you? Like, wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, I think the first game you could do it whenever, but the big hook about 2 was that you get fusion moves. So you would like charge up a bar.
Cap shoots, or Iron Man shoots the beam and
and then Hulk would throw Wolverine. Oh, I can't remember them all.
It was a great game actually. I just remember the 2 I played most with was Deadpool and Hulk.
And I've been looking to play 3, but since I don't have a Switch, obviously that's not going to happen.
Well, that's what it's on. It's on Switch.
That's part of the reason I want a Switch.
Yeah, it is exclusive. You got that.
Awesome, but some games. So
it's like a good one to make memories with friends.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a game I don't think either of you guys have played, but it's an awesome game. It's Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Came out on the PS2. I think it's on the Xbox as well, and probably GameCube. That era of games. But it was you played as the Hulk. You leveled him up. It was like open world, and basically everything was destructible. Yeah. It was freaking awesome. And you would fight guys like the Abomination, or you'd fight the Leader, and then you'd fight like a whole bunch of different Marvel characters. And like I remember one of the level ups I did was like you could smash a car in half and use the 2 halves as punching gloves.
Yeah.
It was so you could pick people up, you could throw them, but you were trying to be a good guy. This was the guys. I don't know if you ever played the Prototype.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know they made Prototype, but what's the name of the company? That was what I was trying to think of.
I can't think of who they were.
I'll look it up real quick while you're talking.
Okay. But it was fantastic. You could pick up a bus, you could toss it, you could leap across freaking buildings like really far.
What's this on?
PS2 and Xbox and
PS2.
GameCube.
I was thinking it was further even. Yeah, PS2,
Xbox, and GameCube. So you could have played it with one of your systems.
I could have.
And it's an awesome game. It is super lots of destruction in this game. You could hurl things. It was basically you were the Hulk and just do whatever the fuck you want.
Radical entertainment.
Radical, yeah. I don't even know if it exists.
What's amazing how many times a game does that and it makes it a great game, like SpiderMan.
Right? Yeah, it was. What was a Crackdown? It's basically like a precursor to like the Crackdown games, but even better than Crackdown. I mean, Crackdown gave you guns and shit, but this game was you were the Hulk and you were like unstoppable, basically.
I was gonna say I knew there was something else that they'd done since the Hit and Run. They were part of that,
okay.
And they were part of Destiny as a support team for Bungie.
Okay, so Radical still exists.
And Brett Hall Hockey as well.
Oh yeah,
we were all thinking it.
Yeah, that was on my tongue, Yeah, Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I would love them to do a remake of that. I just want to play it. Just the overall destruction and just running and just doing whatever you want.
That's probably the only way I would play it. It looks fun as hell, but I don't really want to go back to PS2.
Back to those graphics is a little bit hard nowadays.
That's like me with the Infamous one. Even when I was not going back too far, I was just going from PlayStation 4 to 3, but it just didn't pull me in. I don't know.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna just try and do 3. Maybe we'll do more if you have time, but we're gonna stick to 3. So my third one, I don't know. I'm gonna say this is my on the path one, but maybe it's not. Captain America: Super Soldier. I fucking love that.
Other Captain America.
I love that more than any of the Arkham games. I really wish they'd make a sequel. I know, critically, it doesn't get reviewed.
This is the one that came out with the movie, or what?
It was kind of with the movie one.
I thought it wasn't First Avenger.
I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't.
Yeah, you brought it up to me.
Super Soldier. First Avenger is the name of the movie.
Yeah, I thought the game was called that too.
No, it's Super Soldier.
Oh, okay.
So it's very much like Batman Arkham Asylum, like same gameplay and everything, combat, yeah. But they kind of changed up the one part of the system where you build up like a meter, like bars of a meter, and you get like a super move to do, I guess, in a way.
If you wait for the 3 bars to be filled up, it's even better or something like that.
Well, you get like blocks, so you can use one block to do like a knockout punch and shit like that.
Kind of like in Smash Brothers Ultimate Alliance, where you had like different levels of your ultimate that you could do.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh. No, I meant Smash Brothers game. Sorry, Smash Brothers. Fucking the beat 'em up
All Stars?
Brawl All Stars, yeah.
Oh,
Brawl All Stars.
Super Smash Brothers All Stars.
Yeah. The latest one.
Super Smash Brothers.
The latest.
What's it called?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
The fucking Smash Brothers game that PlayStation came out with.
PlayStation
All Stars Battle Royale. That's the game.
Like I was wondering
you could do
Smash Brothers. I'm like,
what Smash Brothers game? Did they have a spin-off?
It's the fucking Smash Brothers, guys.
I was trying to help you. I'm like, Lucas, Jesus,
come on,
don't get too
Craig's
specific.
with me here.
And then I
totally
realized I was following an idiot.
PlayStation All Stars. But the 3 levels you can do with your ultimate, right?
Like that. And you could you get heavy guys, you could steal their fucking guns, and you could actually
these guys, But
When I'm wrong,
How
fucking
did
just
they
get
not
on
know
board.
what I'm talking about?
I'm a sheep.
How do they just not know what I'm talking about?
But like I love the villains in that, like the Batman games. You got like a whole cadre of the Rogues Gallery there. You know, fucking Viper was there, Madam Viper. Baron, fuck, what? I can't remember all their names. Strucker, yeah, Strucker. You had Iron, fuck, I can't think of it. Iron Cross. And Zola was there, but Zola had his fucking robot body. That was all fucking... You played it to the completion, didn't you?
I did not. I did not call from Venezuela.
I was thinking of the other one that I know.
You've told me about this and how you love it, and I never played it.
Okay, but yeah, and then you fucking had the shield, which shield physics are fucking awesome. You could like throw it and like bank off like 3 or 4 enemies. Fucking fun. But yeah, Captain America Super Soldier.
Do we just want to list maybe some of our?
Yeah, just toss a couple out there.
Just toss them out.
Okay.
Well, I'll throw out the X-Men Age of Mutant Apocalypse. It was on the SNES as well.
Cool.
It was just a fun side scroll.
I'll toss out TMNT Turtles in Time.
I didn't think of that one. That was actually great.
It's an arcade cabinet one.
Turtles as like superheroes, but yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a 4-player.
I would have thrown Turtles in Time is awesome.
Yeah. And I'll do one more. Sorry, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions as well.
Oh yeah.
It's when
I would have Second Son as well. I got caught thinking superheroes like your standard.
Yeah, your standard DC, Marvel. But yeah, Shattered Dimensions.
X-Men Origins Wolverine. I know that one gets talked about a lot.
I thought you were gonna bring up Spider-Man 2. I thought you loved the Spider-Man 2.
You know what? I almost had it on my list, but I had better ones above that.
Okay.
I could have said it. It's just the other Spider-Man one was way better.
Yeah.
That's this Spider-Man.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And then I had Marvel Avengers Alliance, which was like a browser-based game that I played on Facebook. Fucking, I love that one just because it had, as big of a roster as Ultimate Alliance had. Avengers Alliance had like.
Did you like Ultimate Alliance 1 or 2 more?
2 more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then City of Heroes. I played City of Heroes.
What's that one? The Lego Marvel game. That's awesome.
I was wondering if you're gonna pick it.
That's great. That's fun.
I just don't like the Lego games.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I have it. I want to play it through.
I know. I don't buy Lego games anymore because there's only so much they can do with Legoing things.
Yeah.
And like I'm kind of sick now.
That's my thing.
But I did like it when I got these games. Like, it was fucking fantastic.
I played it with you. Actually,
yeah. It's fun as hell. Like, all the characters you can play as.
It was like Ultimate Alliance 2 in a way, sort of. And that's why I liked Ultimate Alliance more. Give me the real looking thing, not the Lego.
I just hate the view in those games. The camera angle. That's all. That's my biggest gripe in that ones.
And who knows? Maybe Marvel's Avengers is going to be what's the full title?
We both played the
Marvel's Avengers. I think
Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, Marvel's Avengers.
The beta didn't get me to buy it. It didn't pull me in necessarily.
Didn't pull me in. It got better as it played along.
It got better when John and I started to play together.
It starts off, but it got better.
It does start off that you're like just going through the motions.
If all my friends get it, I will get it.
That's kind of my feelings on it.
Destiny meets Marvel characters. So it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure to let us know what your favorite I shouldn't say Marvel. Superhero games. Doesn't have to be Marvel.
Don't forget to hit the like button, ring the bell, subscribe.
You can find this guy at
Twitch, Twitter, PSN, MussKeg.
I'm the LewisLightning on Twitch, currently playing Last of Us 2 and soon to be playing Control.
Twitch, Twitter, and PSN is CountryBoy_9.
Oh, Control.
Yeah, interested about that.
Have you played it yet?
No.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.